fathers who went to get milk and never came back. What happened? My son's third-grade science fair almost made me leave forever. I had an apartment lined up, resignation letter drafted, and a plane ticket to Seattle. After years of working 60-hour weeks, my family felt like strangers. I was just a wallet that came home late. That morning, my son begged me to practice his presentation. My project shows how plants grow better when you talk to them, he explained, pointing to two identical plants. This one I ignored, but this one I told stories about space just like you used to. My chest tightened. I remembered how we'd lay in the backyard making up tales about stars and astronauts. When did I stop doing that? At the fair, I watched him explain his experiment using the same hand gestures I used to make. My wife squeezed my arm and whispered, "He's just like you," something I hadn't noticed in so long. Instead of going to the airport, I went home and deleted the apartment listing. That night, I asked my son if he wanted to stargaze. His face lit up like I'd offered him the moon. 3 years later, we still have our weekly space story nights. If it weren't for two plants and a little boy's science experiment, I'd be living a completely different life in Seattle.